Namaste, good morning to you all, and also welcome to today's mathematics class. In the previous class, we have discussed exercise 3.1 and solved all the problems of exercise 3.1. Hope you have revised well. In today's session, we shall discuss square roots. Let's move on to the topic. You have already learned multiplication and division. Division is the inverse operation of multiplication. Likewise, square root is the inverse operation of squaring a number. And it is denoted by root, square root, the symbol. For example, root 9 is equal to 3. It's read as square root of 9 is equal to 3. It's read square root of 9 is equal to 3. 3 square is equal to 9. It's read as 3 square is equal to 9. 3 square is equal to 9. So root 9 is equal to 3. 3 square is equal to 9. So root of, here 9 is equal to 3 square. Okay. So root 3 square is equal to 3. Root 3 square is equal to 3. Because the square root is the inverse operation of squaring a number. Next, we shall discuss how to find out the square root of a number using prime factorization method. First question, find the square root of 36 by prime factorization method. Prime factorization method means you have to find out the prime factors. Okay, so if I have to find out the prime factors 36, we start with 2. 1 2s are 2, then minus 1 16, 8 2s are 16, again 2, 9 2s are 18, so odd number, we start with 3, 3 3s are 9, again 3, 1. So 36 can be written as 2 into 2 into 3 into 3, 2 into 2 into 3 into 3. We have to find out the square root of 36. So the root of 36 is equal to square root of 2 into 2 into 3 into 3 is equal to root of 2 into 2, 2 square into 3 into 3, 3 square is equal to root 2 square into root 3 square is equal to 2 into 3 is equal to 6. Root 2 square is 2, root 3 square is 3. 2 into 3, multiplying 2 and 3, we get 6. So the square root of 36 is 6. Next, we shall discuss how to find out the square root using long division method. The first question, find the square root of 841 using the long division method. So first write the number 841. Put a bar over every pair of digits from the unit place. So here 41 is one group and 8 is another group. Here we have to find out the square root of 841 using the division method. Is that division method? So 41 becomes one group and 8 is another group. First we think the first number 8. Here the first number 8 is that first you think the nearest perfect square which is less than or equal to 8. We already studied the square numbers. 1 square is 1, 2 square is 4 and 3 square is 9. Here 9 is greater than 8. So we take 2 square is 4. 2 2s are 4. 2 2s are 4. The balance subtracting 4 from 8. 8 minus 4 is 4. Then you bring down the next group 41. Then here the divisor is 2. Then double the divisor means 2 into 2, 4. Here we get the new dividend 441. It has 3 digits. 1, 2, 3. It has 3 digits. The number 441 ends with 1. That means the last digit of the divisor ends with 1 or 9. That means here the new divisor is 4. 1 is 41 into 1. Otherwise 49 into 9. How to multiply? 41 into 1 is 41. 49 into 9 is 49 into 9. 81 balance 8. 36 plus 8. 44. 441. So here the new dividend is 441. So 41 into 1 is 41. 49 into 9 is 441. So you write 49. 9 into 9 is 441. The remainder is 0. So the square root of 841 is equal to 29. The answer is 29. Next, we shall discuss how to find out the square root of a decimal number using long division method. The first one, find the square root of 38.44. It's a decimal number, 38.44. 38.44. Put a bar over the pair of digits in the given number from the unit place. So 44 is one group and 38 is another group. Okay, by using long division method, so you have to divide. Here 38 is the integral part and 44 is the decimal part. 38 forms a group for the integral part and 44 forms a group for the decimal part. First step is, you think a perfect square which is less than or equal to 38. You know the square numbers. 1 square is 1, 2 square is 4, 3 square is 9, 4 square is 16, 5 square is 25, 6 square is 36 and 7 square is 49. 49 is greater than 38. So we consider 6 square is 36. So 6 6 are 36. 6 6 are 36. Balance, subtracting 36 from 38, balance 2. Now you bring down the decimal part. That means 4 4 decimal part and put the decimal point in the quotient. Decimal part bring down, so put the decimal point in the quotient. Then double the divisor. Here the divisor is 6. Double the divisor means 2 into 6. 2 into 6 is 12. 2 into 6 is 12. We get the new dividend 244. The 244 has 3 digits. The number ends with 4. The last digit of the new divisor can be either 2 or 8. Why this number ends with 4? So, if it is 122 into 2, otherwise 128 into 8. 122 into 2 is 244. Then 128 into 8, balance 6. 8 2s are 16, 22, balance 2, 1000 is equal to 1024. So, 122 into 2 is 244. So the unit place of the new divisor is 2. 122 into 2 is 244. Remainder is 0. So the new divisor is 122. The quotient is 6.2. So the square root of 38.44 is equal to 6.2. Let's solve question number 1 from exercise 3.2. Find the square root of 3025 using prime factorization. 3025 number ends with 5. So starting from 6 5s are 30. The next one is 2. Here 2 is not possible to divide with 5. So we will put 0. Then 25. How many 5s are 25? 5 5s are 25. Then again 5. 1 5s are 5. Then balance 1 10. 2 5s are 10. Then 1 5s are 5. Then 11. 11 11s are 122. Again 11 1. So 3025 can be written as 5 into 5 into 11 into 11. 5 into 5 into 11 into 11. Square root of 3025. So square root of 3025 is equal to root of 5 into 5 into 11 into 11 is equal to root of 5 into 5. 5 square into 11 into 11. 11 square is equal to root 5 square into root 11 square is equal to 5 into 11. Root 5 square is 5. Root 11 square is 11. 5 into 11, 55. Square root of 3025 is equal to 55. Next, question number 2. Find the square root of 1024 using the long division method. 1024. So you write 1024. Put a bar over every pair of digits from the unit place. So here 2, here 2. Okay. Long division method means have to divide. Here 10 is the first group and 24 is the second group. First we take the first group 10. We think the nearest perfect square which is less than or equal to 10. No, 1 square is 1, 2 square is 4, 3 square is 9, 4 square is 16. So 3 square. 3 3s are 9. Here the divisor is 3. 9. Subtracting 1. Remainder is 1. The next double divisor means 2 into this 3. 2 into 3 is 6. Then you bring down the next group 24. Here the new dividend is 124. This number ends with 4. So the new divisor either 2 or 8. The new divisor either 2 or 4. Here the last digit of the new divisor can be either 2 or 8. So 62 into 2 or 68 into 8. Why? The 124 ends with 4. 62 into 2 is 124. So we get 124. Okay. So 62 into 2. 124. Here the new divisor is 62 and the remainder is 0. So the quotient is 32. So square root of 1024 is equal to 32. Next, question number 3. Find the square root of the following. The first option 17.64. It's a decimal number. So 17.64. Put a bar over every pair of digits from the unit place. So here 64 is one group and 17 is another group. So 17 forms a group for integral part and 64 forms a group for decimal part. So long division. First you take the first group 17. We think the nearest perfect square which is less than or equal to 17. Yeah, you know, 1 square is 1, 2 square is 4, 3 square is 9, 4 square is 16 and 5 square is 25. So 25 is greater than 17. So we consider 4 square. 4 fours are 16. The balance 1. Then the next step is double the divisor. Here the divisor is 4. Double the divisor means 2 into 4. 2 into 4, 8. Next we bring down the next group. Next group means 64. And put the decimal point in the quotient. Okay. Here the new dividend is 164. 164. This number ends with 4. So the last digit of the divisor either 2 ends with either 2 or 8. Either 2 or 8. If it is 82 or 2 or 88 into 8. 2 2s are 4 and 8 8s are 64. So 2 or 8. 82 into 2 is 164. So 82 into 2, 164. So here the new divisor is 82 and the remainder is 0. The quotient is 4.2. So root of 17.64 is equal to 4.2. Next, option B, 29.16. It is a decimal number. How to find out the square root of 29.16? 0.16. So the same method, put a bar over every pair of digits in the given number from the unit place. Here 29 is the first group and 16 is the second group. This is the integral part and this 29 forms a group for the integral part and 16 forms a group for the decimal part. Division. First we think the nearest perfect square which is less than or equal to 29. You know, 5 5s are 25 and 6 6 are 36. So 36 is greater than 29. So we consider 25. 5 5s are 25. Balance, subtract 25 from 29. Balance 4. Next step is double the divisor. Here the divisor is 5 means 2 into 5. 2 into 5, 10. Then next we bring down the second group 16 and here one decimal is there. So we put the decimal in the quotient. Here we get a new dividend 416. This number ends with 6. This number ends with 6. So the divisor, the last digit of the divisor can be either 4 or 6. Either 4 or 6. Why? 4 4s are 16, 6 6 are 36. So either 4 or 6. If it is 104 into 4, otherwise 106 into 6. Check. 104 into 4, 104 into 4, 4 4s are 16, balance 1, 4. 416. The next one, okay, we get the required number 416 is the dividend. So 104 into 4 is 416. So the remainder is 0. The new divisor is 104 and the quotient is 5.4. So square root of 29.16 is equal to 5.4. 5.4. Next question, question number 4. Estimate the square root of 360. Estimation. Estimation means it's not an accurate value. It's a value that is close enough to the accurate value. We have to find out the estimation, the square root of 360. We know that 18 square and 19 square. 18 square means 18 multiplied by itself. 18 into 18. 18 square is 324 and 19 square is 361. 360 lies between 324 and 361. 360 lies between 324 and 361. Since 360 lies between 324 and 361. So 324 less than 360 less than 361. Here 360 lies between 324 and 361. 360 is very closer to 361 when compared with 324. So 360 approximately equal to 361 square roots. Root 360 approximately equal to root 361. Root 360 approximately equal to root 361 is 19 square. 19 square. So root 360 approximately equal to root 19 square is 19. So root 360 approximately equal to 19. Estimated square root of 360 is 19. Next one, estimate the square root of 200. We know that 14 square is equal to 14 into 40, 196, and 15 square. 15 square is 225. So 200 lies between 196 and 225. 200 lies between 196 and 225. So 200 lies between 196 and 225. 196 less than 200 less than 225. Here 200 is very closer to 196 when compared with 225. So 200 approximately equal to 196. Square root of 200 approximately equal to square root of 196. So square root of 200 approximately equal to 196 is 14 square. So root of 14 square. So root of 200 approximately equal to root 14 square is 14. So the estimated square root of 200 is 14. With that question, we have completed exercise 3.2 and also completed chapter 3. Hope it is clear for you all. If you have any doubt, please note it and keep. We will discuss it during the online session. Thank you for watching. Namaste.